Who gonna turn down $50 million? Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Cause P. Diddy be wanting the body. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did.
A few moments later.
On September 16th, 2024, music mogul Sean Diddy Combs was arrested in New York City and charged with racketeering, trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, and transportation to engage in relations for money. Prosecutors allege Diddy ran a criminal enterprise involving forced labor, kidnapping, and bribery. At the center of it all are so-called freak-offs, orchestrated erotic activities where Diddy allegedly directed men and women in X-rated performances. Many were said to be unknowingly filmed and blackmailed. Purportedly, victims, some underage, were controlled using threats, violence, narcotics, and money.
All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed.
Please believe me. Please believe me.
Ooh. Yeah, hey man, Cat Williams is a prophet. He predicted what was coming. He knew it was coming. And you know, I've never really talked about Diddy because that's not my thing. I don't really care about the little rainbow people or none of that.
I just got 3 words to describe it. Delicious. I'm through.
Nothing good, nothing bad. It's just not my lane. I talk about heterosexual relationships and how men and women can better communicate, mainly by telling women how men feel. That's what my channel is, basically, and other stuff sprinkled in, you know what I mean? But yeah, this video is about what an actor named Terrence Howard had to say about an interaction he had with P. Diddy. And of course I had to sprinkle my homie Corey Holcomb in there because he responded to, man, look, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's get into the content. Welcome back.
I'm back, you gold taxes.
I have returned.
If this is your first time finding my channel, the name of my channel is in the intro. Who am I? I'm Unc L. You call me Unc for short. Why? Because I'm old as hell and I'm somebody's uncle. And I'm that uncle that tells you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Rest in peace, Pops. Miss you every day. Today, if you can't tell by the thumbnail, I'm talking about Diddy. This is the first time I've ever spoke about Diddy. I guess I'm not a Diddy fan, never have been. I don't have nothing against him, but he just ain't my speed. I ain't never really liked dude like that.
You about to seriously work my last good nerve, ain't you? Don't get mad, Twan. Is that all you?
But what's come out about him is, ooh, Lord, disturbing. And today I'm discussing what an actor, one of my favorite actors, he was in a movie called Hustle and Flow. My dude, Terrence Howard, Hustle and Flow, took place in Memphis. You know, I'm from Cashville, baby, Nashville, Tennessee, excuse me. I respect Terrence Howard. I like his work, and he laid it out. He laid out some real stuff. I'm not finna get ahead of myself. Before we get into the content, if you would, give me a like, give me a sub, give me a share. Help! I'm trying to get to 1,500 subs, y'all. And also, if you would, if an ad pops up and it's 15 to 30 seconds long, please watch it for me. That's how we make money on this app. If you would, I sure appreciate it. Now, let's get into the content.
But when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it.
Yeah, that's true.
That was all the people that went to the puffy parties.
Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Got punked out and pimped out.
My name is a pimp named Slickback, and I believe I may have misplaced some merchandise at this residence.
By some greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man.
You're goddamn right.
So you see some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that.
They can't get it out of their head. They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card.
No, you done fucked up, don't you?
You need therapy.
Let him cook. I'm gonna let him. Let him.
And that's the thing that hurts them the most, and so they end up on drugs.
I said, goddamn. Goddamn.
I smoke rocks.
End up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are, and that's what the business does. And the women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream, they don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything. If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place, what benefit is that?
Would you sell your soul to gain the world, to gain your earthly desires? Would you? Really? I'm not here to preach. That's just a question.
If I lose my integrity, you got to go in as a principal. And what we were brought in here as men.
But I'm a man, goddammit.
And what we were brought in here as men. We produce 1,500 sperm per heartbeat for a reason. Because the aggression is necessary. You don't trade that in, no matter what.
Hey, did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
Damn!
What was the consequences when you said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me.
That's suspicious.
Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there, just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to you.
Come on out the closet. Don't be afraid to be who you is.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
That's what my assistant said. I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication.
And there have been so many actors, in particular, black actors, comedians that have said so much about the pay-for-play type DL stuff that's required, it seems like, to be a success out there. And where there's smoke, there's fire. You can't have multiple men saying, hey, I hit a certain level and these dudes want me to put an eggplant in my mouth or take one up the keister, or my career isn't going anywhere.
Oh! Ew! Dude! What the fuck?
You can only have so many different men say that before you realize, yeah, something fishy is going on out there in Hollywood and in the entertainment industry.
No. He's got a point.
I digress. Let's continue.
Now you know to be hands-off with somebody. A number of producers come in and make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you like, or looking at you like you're a woman. When you approach a real man, about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back.
Who the fuck you think you talking to?
You bitch, shut the fuck up, bitch. Back the fuck up. If I knock the fuck out you.
Damn, man.
It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept. So always be the man in the room. And that's always been my whole thing, and have lost businesses because I don't bend over in that way. I don't compromise. I don't play gay roles. I don't kiss a man. I don't do that.
And if you notice, there's a plethora of stories of straight actors, especially black men, that they try to put them in dresses. They make them gay.
Come on out the closet. Don't be afraid to be who you is.
They make them soft. They represent them in every way other than a strong masculine presence. And it makes you wonder if there's some type of conspiracy or whatnot. Hey, I'm just rambling. Let's get back into the content.
Listen, I used to talk about gay Hollywood.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
And so many people would say to me, Corey think everybody gay. Listen to what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I can't do nothing about the lifestyle of men who choose that. But I do want to give you a little information. All you guys who thinking of coming out of here thinking you gonna make it, your asshole must be sacrificed.
You gonna learn today.
You're not gonna get it. You're not gonna get it, homie. If you ain't coming out of here to ride cowboy style at these parties.
Oh God, why didn't anybody tell me?
The Illuminati, that shit, they approached me.
Man, these motherfuckers think it's a joke.
They approached
Craig,
me.
you ain't scared to talk about it, huh?
Yeah, they approached me, but I was lucky they had the wrong motherfucker, because when the Illuminati approached me, they was like, Sinbad. I was like, nah, got the wrong. I ain't sitting back.
I have been on television shows and been so scared because I thought, like I've said this, when I did Black Jesus, I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be my last day because I saw the scene with the dress in it.
Yeah.
I am so lucky that I had a director on the show who was like, yeah, Corey, no, you ain't got to just put this thing. He had me put on like, it's the women of the desert. What is it called? A burqa they wear?
Yeah, like
Yeah. So they told me I could just put on the suit the men wear out there. I forgot the name of that.
very similar. It's just like a straight.
I was like, okay, I'll put on the pants.
Oh.
Yeah.
And, you know, it didn't turn into nothing for real. But I know what it was.
Yeah.
I was like, here it is. Here it is.
When I see that they put every black man in the movies in a dress at some point in their career, I'll be connecting them down like, wow, all these brothers gotta wear a dress. This happened to me. They come in, it's the writer comes in. I think he's the writer. He's like, Dave, listen, we got this hilarious scene where Martin's sneaking out of jail. So he disguises you as a prostitute. And you put this dress on. Nah, I'm not doing that. I don't feel comfortable with that.
How about new?
What? You don't feel comfortable with it? I mean, it's a hilarious bit. All the greats have done it. So, well, if all the greats have done it, it's kind of hacky, right? You know, we're going like this. And then finally he's like, and he leaves. And then, like, the director comes, Dave, it really would be great if you wear the dress. What is wrong? What is this, Brokeback Mountain in here? So they leave. Now the producers comes, come on, David, would be so great. I mean, and then I started thinking about it. Why are they putting us in these dresses?
In a dress episode, homie, I'm at a stage in life where I'm past that wanting that money like that. I mean, that money like that is good. It makes you not be accountable for nothing in a lot of situations. That's the good thing about money, because you're going to get tired of going to the mall and all that shit. That shit play out after a while. But I'm saying when you got a lot of money, you can basically buy your way out of most situations, unless them people want you directly.
That's facts. Money is a tool, not to be coveted and not to be loved, because depending on your religious affiliation, you already know this, what I'm finna say. The love of money is the root of all evil. Let's continue.
They wanted Michael Jackson. That's why they came at him and put that shit on him. Michael Jackson been Michael Jackson for years. But when he said some shit in this song, all I really know is that they don't really care about us.
Sue me, everybody do me, kick me, kite me, don't jump like a white me.
They was like, oh.
Sue me, everybody do me, kick me, kite me, don't jump like a white me.
We're gonna make you pay for that, Michael. And they have been after him ever since. You know what I'm saying? Probably before that, but I'm just saying. Man, all this stuff you seeing, you ain't getting nothing but bits and pieces of the truth.
And you know this, man.
These parties in Hollywood come with consequence and penetration.
Watch how Cat Williams exposed P. Diddy back in 2006 when we all thought it was just a joke.
In Hollywood, you never expected. They be having these big ass mansion parties, and the mansion party, the whole mansion is a party, and then it's a separate party in the little rooms. I ain't been famous that goddamn long. I'm excited in a mother to be at the mansion party. You be looking at all the goddamn rooms, and you around and look in the wrong room. Come here, come here. Is that two niggas kissing? Did you know that I can see you? Shut the goddamn door.
And if you like to party and bounce, you need to come to Hollywood.
Man, look, there have been far too many people, men and women, that have discussed the sexual depravities that take place out there. And I'm not even focusing on Diddy like that. He's in this video, but he's a symptom of a bigger problem. You know what I mean? Hollywood was Hollywood, and the industry was the industry long before Diddy came along.
He ain't lying.
He was just another cog in the wheel, a cog in the machine. I mean, he was just another piece in the apparatus. Ooh, Lord have mercy. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm finna wrap it up and bring this one to an end. If you would, please give me a like, give me a sub, give me a share. Help! I'm trying to get to 1,500 subs, y'all. With that said, I'll catch you on the next one. Toodles!